All right, guys, Diana, the power plant, she is done. We're going to talk about this just a little bit right now. First off, I want to say a big shout out to Ryan Bean, Beans Diesel Performance. We're using a Beans valve cover on this engine. We originally had a small technicality where we ordered the wrong year. We ordered the later model year. Ryan stopped what he was doing, got us the right valve cover out, so big shout out to Ryan for doing that for us, and we appreciate it. Our turbo came in 488 frame, 3.0 smooth bore. She ought to be bad. All right, we have an industrial dual CP3 kit on this. This is industrial fuel on this engine, but industrial dual CP3 kit. We wound up going with a fleece bracket for the CP3 pump. We did that because we wanted to move everything down and have access to the head to be able to pull it off quickly. Just one less thing for us to have to do. We've got all of our fuel lines and stuff plumbed in. We're using D-Tech lines on these. Their new offering for the 5.9s. Fleece sent us a fuel distribution block out. We got an ATS flex plate on this thing. Fleece coolant bypass kit, industrial injectors, big uns. So the engine, everything that needs to be done to Diana's engine right now is all tic-tac stuff that we're going to be able to do while it's in frame. So we're going to be setting it in pretty soon. I'll show you the way the chassis is set up on the lift, which hopefully we can get the chassis up and rolling before we have to put the engine in, but if not, we'll put it in anyway. So let's go over and take a look at our transmission. Our transmission. In Diana, we're going to be running a 48RE. This is a manual valve body transmission from Suncoast. Blake and Chris and Gene came up from Florida, helped us with the transmission on this. They did a great job. We were very, very appreciative of it. All billet shafts obviously inside of this. All of the Suncoast 48RE proprietary updates that they use inside of their transmissions have gone into this. This is one bad slush box. Suncoast torque converter. We've converted over our transfer case to be able to accept the larger output, so it is ready to rock and roll. So our transmission is been done since day one. That was actually the first thing we did, first weekend when we started this build, is we worked on the transmission, and Suncoast came down and helped us with that. So very appreciative to those guys for coming down and taking time away from their families and helping us put together one badass transmission for this. Chassis. Here we are on chassis. Where are you guys going?
I'm not going anywhere, hey.
JT and Jimmy have been working on chassis hard this week. Last week, at the end of the week, all we had was the framing boxed in, so we've extended Diana out. Diana was originally a short bed truck. She is now a long bed truck, so we've extended it out for a full 8-foot box. We have gone with a full, this is a full Picasso-esque chassis, ladder bar setup, whatever you want to call this conglomeration. It should be rigid enough with the Rockwell axle that we'll bend the whole damn truck in half when we're going down the track. So got a couple of chassis ideas when the guys went down to Shide. JT was down and Adam was down. They got some ideas when they brought back. We kind of morphed everything together, and this is what we've come up with our ladder bar setup. Jimmy's the welder. JT is the fabricator, and together they are the 1-2 punch. Interesting side note, ladies, Jimmy is single. So if you'd like to hit Jimmy up on the Facebook, that is Colin Rainey. At chewy.com. That's exactly right. You want to, what do you do on the thing? You swipe left or swipe right? Swipe
right.
Swipe him right, yeah. Ladies. Swipe him right. So axle, Rockwell axle, we've talked about that. Our spool came in. We got our spool done. We've got the gears in. The gears are done as well. We're going to do final installation on that. We got the pinion done yesterday. Brett's working on the pinion. Pinion is done. Ring is obviously on the spool, ready to go in. So Diana is working in really 3 different sections right now. The axle, the chassis, and engine is almost done. So we'll be hopefully we're down to 2 sections here, probably middle of next week. I guess we'll do another walkthrough next week, Adam. You want to do that? Kind of give them an idea of what we got going on. Should I be going this way? Should I be going that way? The camera's going with me. But we'll keep you guys informed what we got going on. So if you got any questions on Diana, give us a shout. Thank you.